Howdy, this is Crafty Grinding, and today I'm going to cover round 1 results for the Invisible Woman and Phoenix arenas, and then jump into some round 2 predictions. So first, the results. So, surprise, surprise, with Invisible Woman, we saw some pretty low first round arena cutoffs for both the 5-star and the 4-star feature arenas. 32 million is definitely on the lower end. Now, it's not the lowest of low, not kind of like with Namor, how we had some really high and set some really high all-time records. 32 million is not the lowest we've seen for a new champ in the 5-star feature arena, to be clear. And then same can be said for the 4-star feature arena, but these are definitely low results and unexpected for that matter. Even though she isn't the greatest champ, she's definitely, in my opinion, has more utility, is a better champ overall than Ebony Maw, again, in my opinion. And plus, you've got the whole Fantastic Four synergies and just the whole mythology, if you will, of Fantastic Four and their importance within Marvel. So it's just kind of a surprise to see this. This by far is the lowest number we've seen for any of the first round cutoffs for the 3 Fantastic Four main champs that have been in the arena here of late. So this is definitely, like I said, a surprise. Now, when it comes to the Phoenix arena, no surprise whatsoever. That is kind of the standard number we now see for that 4-star, for that type of champ in the 4-star basic arena anyway. So when I compare these round 1 reported results to my predictions, as you can guess, I was way off on the Invisible Woman projections, because I thought they'd be, I didn't think they'd be anywhere close to the Thing, but I did think they'd be closer to the Human Torch compared to where they ended up, kind of thing. So that's why these are definitely outside of that 10% target. Whereas for Phoenix, right on target. I mean, this is, if there's one thing, these results for this type of champ in the 4-star basic arena have been the standard now for months. So this one, that is a standard sample size we can pretty much guarantee predictions on. But when it comes to the feature arena, there's definitely a lot of variation in the scores, and we've seen it here with the Invisible Woman. Now, considering all of this, let me pull up some recent past arenas that had similar scores to see kind of what they did in the second round. So maybe we can get an idea of what to expect in the second round. So I've got a number of scenarios here. First, with Havoc, he had a really low first round at 20 million. I don't think the news was out on how good of a champ he is. Once it did get out there, you can see in the second round there was a big bounce up all the way to 45 million. Captain Marvel saw pretty much the same thing. Wasn't really the high first round score, just because people weren't exactly sure how good she would be. So she came in at 32 million. Once the news got out and more people had a chance to play her, the community got out there and figured out, oh, this is a better champ, and that second round score really bounced up. Then on the other side, you got Annihilus, who had a kind of that lower score first round at 34 million, but there wasn't just a lot of excitement for him after more folks got him, and he in his second round cutoff dropped a little bit. Ronan, on the other hand, had a little, I would say he had a little hype going into the first round, but not enough really to push up those arena scores, so it came in 37 million. But at the end of the day, he's a decent champ, definitely better than Annihilus in my opinion. So, and I think, as you can see by that second round score from the community, coming in at 35 million, I think the community agreed, and so that's why you didn't see a big drop, but you didn't also see a big increase. So I think Ronan, was a good, decent champ, but nobody great. Ebony Maw on the other side, he had the 45 million or 46 million, but then the word got out that he doesn't hit too hard, not the best offensive champ, has some utility, but isn't the best. I really saw that decrease in the second round. So in my opinion, I think it's probably going to be closer to Ronan, what we're going to see with Invisible Woman, just because of her connections to the Fantastic Four. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I think she's better than Ebony Maw, so I don't expect to see a dramatic decrease, but I expect to see a slight decrease. Again, similar, I expect kind of like a Ronan type second round decrease versus somebody like Annihilus or Ebony Maw. Now, in the 4-star feature, the scenario was a little bit different. People were kind of always around 10 to 11 million, despite these lower 5-star feature arenas. I did see Annihilus, though, came in 8.3, so very similar to a very similar number to Invisible Woman. And then you could see there was a decrease in the second round. Ebony Maw here more recently did have a first round higher, and I would say high score. It's more kind of like the average score for a new champ in the 4-star feature arena of late. That Annihilus was really kind of an oddball. Now we see Invisible Woman kind of falls right alongside that oddball score that we saw, whereas most new champs, even in Ebony Maw, you can see in the first round goes to 11 million. It's in the second round really when the noise gets out there, a general consensus goes across the community, and you can see those scores really plummeted in the second round. Now when it comes to the 4-star basic, as similar as we see for the first round, the second round you typically see a slight bump, nothing significant, just a marginal increase in the cutoff between round 1 and round 2. And with the 3-star feature arena, typically for new champs, you see a decrease in the cutoff between round 1 and round 2. And again, all of these numbers you're looking at here are for the veterans bracket, meaning the account's been open for over 61 days. So considering all these trends, here are my thoughts for the round 2 predictions for that veterans bracket. Again, for accounts that have been open for over 60 days, I think we're looking at 30 million for the 5-star feature Invisible Woman. I think we're looking at 7 million for the 4-star feature Invisible Woman. I think we're looking at 1.7 million for Phoenix, and I think we're looking for 1.2 million for that 3-star feature Invisible Woman. And again, these predictions I try to get within 5 to 10%. This is not an exact science game. You see there's plenty of volatility, variation in the feature champs, and we definitely saw it this time around. So because of that, I always like to give out grind targets too, just to give that extra buffer in case my predictions are on the lower side of where the cutoffs are versus on the higher side, which what they were in this case with the Invisible Woman. But anyway, with the round 2 grind targets, I think 33 million should be fine for Invisible Woman 5-star. For the 4-star feature, I think you're looking at 8.5. For the 4-star basic, I think you're looking at 1.8, and for the 3-star feature, I think we're looking at 1.3 million. And again, the grind targets as well as predictions are for the veterans bracket. When it comes for the earlier brackets, there's even more volatility, more variation as people move between these brackets much quicker. The beginners brackets for new accounts all the way up to 30 days, and the intermediate brackets up from 31 to 60 days. Good news is, because of that summoner appreciation calendar, and if you didn't see it, I did recently post a video on, hey, is it time to set up an alternative account now, and just because of all the free goodies that are coming out. So I couldn't resist. I went ahead and set up another free-to-play free account just to play around again in some of these earlier brackets myself. So I should have some updated results myself to return against these. But these are kind of the culmination of recent input from the community, and I really do appreciate it. The folks who are in some of these earlier brackets sharing their results. So anyway, a lot of volatility, very rough guesstimates here. Keep that in mind. It doesn't hurt to keep on grinding here, especially if you got room with the milestone rewards, because they're only going to help your progressing roster. So anyway, with that all being said, for the 3-star feature in the beginners bracket, 1 to 30 days, you're looking around 200 to 245,000. That's what I'm going to be targeting in this arena. 4-star basic, you're looking around 600,000. 4-star feature, I think you're looking at 1.1 million. For the intermediate bracket, 3-star feature, you're looking at 525,000. 4-star basic, we're looking around 800,000. And lastly, for the 4-star feature, I think we're looking at 1.2 million. Again, these are my thoughts for the earlier brackets, and here are my thoughts again for the veterans brackets. We'd love to hear your opinion, especially if it's different than mine. Throw it on down in the comment section. We can discuss it there. If you have any questions, throw them on down there as well, and I'll see if I can get to them here in the next day or two. Other than that, if you found this information and video useful, we'll really appreciate it if you click that thumbs up button. And if you like this and other videos I have on the channel and you haven't subscribed, we'll really appreciate it if you did. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.